So I'm gonna talk about more about numbers in this one, and I had thought about it because I talked in the last video more about investing in people. So numbers wise, I can say it like this: if you have an idea, you want to test it to see if it works. And the thing is initially you have to test a series of ideas instead of beating one horse until it gets up. Just jump on another horse, and if that horse is not fast enough, jump on another horse. And so you kind of want to see what works for you, not necessarily means like jump from this to that to this to that. But if you have 10 ideas, the main thing that can get you to the next level is the execution, the speed of execution of you executing that idea. And if it takes you 10 years to see exactly which one of those 10 ideas work, then it's going to take you 10 years, because you're executing on it within 10 years. Now, if you execute on that idea all in one day and you test them all in one day and you logically see exactly how you can test your audience for those ideas very quickly, then it's going to just take you one day to a week. And so execution is the name of the game. It's how fast you can execute on an idea just to see if it's going to work for you or not. A lot of people that I notice is they will sit back and just sit back and say, oh, this is a great idea. And then they'll wait to test it. Next month I'm going to test this out. And then next month I'm going to test this out. Well, time is your biggest asset. Money equates to time on some levels, but time is far greater than money. Like, you can make more money, you can invest money, you can lose money, but money is there for us to spend it to preserve our time. Give you another example. Initially, if I don't have the knowledge or the know-how to do something, and it takes me 8 months to develop the skill, like building an app, or if it takes me 8 months to develop the skill to build an app, and I have 15 grand in my bank account extra that I can use to invest in this stuff, and if I can pay a developer to build this app in less than 30 days, then instead of taking 8 months of trying to learn this skill and do it for myself, I can get it executed in 30 days. And so that's having the ability to do that. And let's say the app actually take off, I put ads behind it, people usually start coming in, it goes viral, and now I execute on an application that worked. Now, if it failed, instead of me taking 8 months to develop this application, and then after the 8 months and then on the ninth month I do all the split testing and stuff and it failed, instead of having this huge like negative feeling like, oh man, I just wasted 8 to 9 months of my life, I just wasted 15 grand, which is a little bit better, because I don't have an emotional pull on me and my emotional bank account. And also I tested far more quicker than initially dang on sitting around waiting for 8 months or over a half a year when I just executed in less than a month. And so I can jump from this idea to that to the next idea a whole lot more quicker. And instead of me wasting a year on that project, or almost a year on that project, I just wasted a month and 15 grand. And so executing to the next month, I could test my idea number 2. And so if idea number 2 works now I know I have something to work with. Now I know I have a different playing field. Now I know, okay, idea 1 didn't work, but idea 2 is working. And so by that time that second month comes around, let's say I have 15 grand and I throw it into it. Yeah, I just spent $30,000, but I didn't waste a year of my time. You see what I'm saying there? And then that $30,000 may cover back and bring back, like, let's say on the first month I spent another 15 and bring back 15. I just broke even. The third month the first month I just seen that I'm in profit of the campaign. The third month I just broke even, and then the fourth month I'm bringing in major profits for my business. And so with that being said, executing with dollars give you so much leeway to kind of like do things and test different ideas and get it out the way just to see if it works or not, rather than just sitting back waiting. Now, there is going to be certain case scenarios where the world is not initially ready for the idea that you have. And I'll give you an example. Back in 2016, I actually ran a campaign on YouTube that was converting like crazy, and I just knew it was going to convert, but Google did not implement this thing inside their ads where they could separate desktop and mobile traffic at the time. And so as they could not separate mobile and desktop traffic at the time, I knew the campaign was going to be an instantly failure, because every dollar I spent on ads was going to a mobile device. Now, what I said is, all right, let me come back in a year and activate this same campaign. So as I knew the idea was going to work, like logically, statistically, I just knew it was going to work. Google wasn't ready for it. So meaning the marketplace or the world, the universe wasn't ready for the campaign yet. But me saving that campaign and knowing it, I knew, okay, as long as I hold this campaign in my arsenal and I wait for a year, whenever Google be able to separate desktop from mobile traffic, I can turn this campaign back on and boom, I will get results. And that's exactly what happened. And so holding on to these ideas and knowing that, hey, you can almost execute them, having your place with your idea, that's what's going to give you a whole lot more leeway. That campaign came in to be one of my most successful campaigns. I actually sold it over to a client in the UK. He had tremendous success with it. He actually created more video ads on it, and then he launched it and scaled it up. Also gave it to a buddy of mine. He launched it and scaled it up also. And also was one of my most successful campaigns that I was actually getting paid out from a network in the Middle East. And so with that being said, is hold the idea, proceed, like wait for the right time to launch it. Don't just say, oh, I'm about to test it, but make sure you're aware of the marketplace when you execute on the idea too. So we're sniping, we're not just, winging it. We're not throwing stuff out there winging it. We're sniping, we're executing purposefully on everything that we have to offer. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy what I'm saying here, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. I'm looking to grow this YouTube channel too, but the main purpose of what I'm saying is, if you have 10 ideas, it will not take you 10 years to execute those 10 ideas unless they're outrageous and it takes a 10-year plan for it, a decade plan for it. But many case scenarios with your campaigns, it's all about the speed of execution rather than waiting 1 month, 2 months, 3 months for this situation to be right, for that situation to be right. No, just the speed of execution and saying, hey, I can achieve this in this amount. Let me go ahead and test this idea. Let me test this idea. Let me test this idea. And when you start testing them, don't test them all at once. Just be like, hey, I'm about to test this. I see it's not working. I put all my effort into this basket right here. It's not working. Boom. Next idea. All right, test this idea. I see it's semi-working. All right, it's starting to convert. Let me tweak it a little bit and let me put it in my arsenal and save it, because this can be profitable. All right, test this idea. It's a game changer. It's working. And out of the law of averages, for me testing, out of 10, you would typically get 1 to 2, if not 2 to 3 ideas working. So that's why I mentioned the number 10 so much, because 30% of those ideas will work, and that's God gift for us. Like, that's literally God gift to us. So like, out of 10 things, you will get at least 1 to 2, or not 3 things working. And so that's something we don't have control. That's God actually putting the ideas in the atmosphere, and we actually just taking them, writing them down, and executing on it. All right, so hope this video helps you out. There's a tremendous amount of mosquitoes out here this morning, but yeah, hope you guys got an understanding of execution with speed over just sitting back waiting and getting dwelled over one thing. And understand that this is a logic world. Money can make things move a little bit more faster too. All right, hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you in the next one.